Guys, we are back again today in the city of Surrey, and more specifically the neighborhood of Fraser Heights. And right behind me, these homes that you're looking at, this is part of a brand new townhouse and duplex style project, and this is the project that we're going to be taking you through. We will be showcasing to you one of the townhouse units as well as one of these duplex style units. And of course, at the very end, we're going to take you through all the prices and information that you need to know about this project. And right now, they are doing some of the biggest promotions and offering amazing incentives for the buyers to take advantage of. So this is one that you don't want to miss. Let's go on in and take a look right now. All right, guys, so this is the first unit that we're going to be taking you through today. And like we mentioned, we will be looking at a duplex style home right after this. This is an absolutely massive new development, and we're going to show you both the units as well as tell you all the information about the actual project itself. So like we mentioned, this is located here in Surrey, and this is an extremely quiet neighborhood. And as you get into this unit, you'll see this staircase that leads you up to the main floor. But then you'll also see this staircase lead you down. So let's come here first before we get up to the main floor. So this is going to be your lower level. And here you have a bit of a flex area. Right behind that door is where you get into the garage. But this is a flex space down here in the lower level. And right behind there, you have a bit of a backyard space. And then you can see your neighbors over there. But this unit, this is going to be a 3-bedroom with flex and 4-bathroom unit with around 1,970 square feet in its interior. And this closet right here, you know, if you're coming in from the garage, this could be a good place to store some of your jackets, put some shoes here before you come up here into the main level. Now, as we're coming in here, this main level is definitely one of the highlights of this unit. First, you have another closet up here, which is extremely convenient. But if we turn around, you'll see a very spacious, very well integrated floor plan. And this is the type of floor plan that a lot of buyers are after these days. And the kitchen, the island, it gives you the feeling of pretty much a single family home. This is the type of kitchen that you're going to get in a lot of single family homes, but they have that here in this townhouse unit. And you have close to 800 square feet just here on the main level. So plenty spacious. And as we're walking through the kitchen, you'll see there they have a very simple and light color scheme using the white with the lighter countertops. And then here you have your gas stove with, of course, the hood fan is hidden behind here. And this fan, it's getting very popular these days. This is the one where you can slide it out and it automatically turns on. So that's that. And then here, if we turn it around, you'll see you got your washer and your microwave here on this very, very good sized island. If we continue along, this is one of the really cool things about this kitchen is you have some different areas just in this kitchen alone. So of course you have where your stove is and you can do your cooking. You have your island and your sink. And then you have another space over here that's almost like a wet bar. So like they set it up, if you want to have your coffee in there, you have some additional cabinet space with your fridge right beside. So that's very cool. And then if you turn to the left, if there wasn't enough storage out there, you have a full-size pantry room back here. And the perfect location, of course, being right beside the kitchen, and also it's tucked away. So if you've got some goodies that you want to store in here that you don't want people to get access to, this is a good place to hide it. Now, if we come along here, you'll see you have windows to the front, to the side, as well as to the back. Let me just step back here so you can see what the view is like of the unit if you're in the kitchen. So this is the type of open concept floor plan that a lot of people like. You have your kitchen and then you're looking into your dining room. And that is also very much integrated with the living room, of course. So if we come here, I really like that they have this wall punched back. Just gives a little bit extra space in case you want to slide the couch all the way down. And if we sit down on this couch over here, we can give you a bit of a view and a feel to this unit. Very comfortable in terms of the space. And before we go on upstairs and show you the bedrooms, of course the primary, which is very spacious, this is the deck that you have connected to the main level over here. So if you want to set up some chairs back here, I know you're pointing and looking towards a neighbor, but you also do get some access to some greenery, which there's around 37,000 square feet of green space, which they have a ton of trees just in this middle section of the whole complex. So even though there are going to be a ton of homes, they're not getting rid of the nature right in the center of it all. So now let's go on upstairs. I guess right before we do so, they do have the powder room here on the main floor, tucked away in the corner here. All right, so let's go walk on upstairs. And this is where you'll have all three of the bedrooms to this home up here on the top floor. And right as we enter here, you'll see to the right, you have your side-by-side laundry. And this is not the typical side-by-side laundry room that you see. This is actually definitely way bigger than a normal one. So if you look in there, you have additional space here. So you can kind of move this around and set it up how you like, but having additional space there, definitely nice. And if you want to ever slap a counter on top to put your detergents, maybe build in some cabinets, I think that would make it a very good laundry room. And if we look right behind us, this will be bedroom number 1. Very cozy the way they've set it up. And I think just because being in this environment of the neighborhood, you don't have all that much right around you, so you won't be dealing with any loud noises or anything of that sort. So this is a very peaceful and nature-filled environment. Here's going to be your closet up here. If we go on to bedroom number 2, that is right beside, give you a look at that. And this one will have a very, very similar sized closet. And if we look a little bit in there, you have a few more build-ins. And let me give you a bit of a view to the rest of the complex. So those are the duplex style homes. This is the exact unit that we're going to be taking you through next. And those ones have a completely different layout that I think you'll appreciate. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And right here to the left, of course, is going to be your shared bathroom up here. You have a sink there with the tub. And now welcome to the primary bedroom. This is a big size bed. You have both of your bed size. You still have plenty of room. So this is a very, very good size primary. And very on par with that will be the walk-in closet over here. So for a townhouse to get this type of size for the primary bedroom and walk-in closet, that is definitely a plus. And of course you have your ensuite with your double vanity and your glass standing shower. And then I'll give you a bit of a view of the back units here. And then the great thing about this project is number 1, that they have obviously a ton of different units. And with that comes a lot of different options, different preferences in terms of which side you're facing, in terms of exposure, how much light you get access to. And that's all dependent on the unit that you have. As always, at the very end, we're gonna go through all the pricing and details that you need to know and the current incentives that are going on right now, which are absolutely amazing, what they're giving to the buyers that are looking for a home as of right now. So we're gonna get into all the details of that. But before that, let's hop into the duplex style home and take a look at those first. Okay guys, so before we get into the prices and all the different incentives and information about this project, we're going to take you through this duplex unit that they have. So as you can see, to the right here or to the left, there's no wall. And then to the other side of that unit, there's no wall. So the only wall you're sharing in this will be right here with one other unit. And let me go around. I'm gonna walk you to the back side of this so we can show you number 1, the garage, and then you can see how it access to some of the other units as well. So if we come down here, that's the unit we just took you through. That's the rest of the project, which we'll walk through in just a second. But if we turn around here, this is the duplex style home that we're going to walk into right now. So we'll get in from the garage. You can see it's a side-by-side 2-car garage. There's ample of space, definitely even after you park your cars in there, you'll have some space for storage. So as we walk in here from the garage, you're greeted by a flex room right away. So very similar to the other unit that we just took you through, in the sense that on the lower level, you have a flex room. If you really wanted to, you could obviously have someone set up a bed and turn it into a bedroom. And you do have your powder room down here. And then if we walk up these stairs, let me get into the square footage of this. This unit will also be a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom home, but this one has 1,535 square feet. So as we're walking through this, what I want to point out is, yes, the square footage of this home is less by a couple of hundred square feet. But the amazing thing is, for a 1,500 square feet home, they have one of the most ideal layouts when it comes to a 1,500 square feet home. So this, if I turn behind me, we're doing things a little bit backwards, but this is going to be the front door. So if you walk in here, you're immediately greeted by a ton of space. So, you know, a lot of the 1,500 square feet homes, whether it's townhouse or a duplex style home, they feel a lot more narrow. You don't feel like you get enough space for the actual layout of the home. But this unit definitely doesn't give you that feel. And we're gonna take you through each part of it. This is going to be the powder room up here, of course, right as you enter the unit. And on the other side, they have this set up as a family room where you can set up some drinks there, have a couple of chairs, and you can have this as a bit of a chilling area. Maybe you wanna be able to read here at night, and of course have the window right beside you. And if we turn around, they have stuck to this good size, very, very big island, even when the unit is 1,500 square feet. So if we look at this is still a great size island, and that's going to be the kitchen right behind. But let me turn around first and show you, you do have ample of closet space right as you enter this unit. So that's a very big plus for a lot of people. And getting into the actual kitchen, this is very similar in terms of the finishes. Well, it's identical in terms of the finishes and the material, the appliances that they're using compared to the other unit. So not too much to say over there. But I do want to just note that I really, really like this and appreciate the setup, having your dining table over there in the corner. And you know, as a kid growing up, I think most kids like watching TV, whether parents allow it or not, but you do have the dining table that's overlooking the living room. And that this is just, in my opinion, for 1,500 square feet, this is the perfect layout to do it. And then on the right, you have a very, very good size deck over here. And this one you get, of course, a bit more of a natureful view. And you're looking into the middle of this project where, like we mentioned, there's a bunch of trees, a ton of square footage of trees. And let me turn around, let's take a walk upstairs. And as we're doing so, I want to mention that if you are interested in this project, or you're looking for a townhouse, a single family home, a condo, whatever the case may be, whether it's in Surrey area or another area of Metro Vancouver, go ahead and reach out to us. I'm gonna put my contact information right up there. Pause the video, go ahead and reach out to us. We're bringing you guys these tours every single week, and you know, we love it when we hear from you guys, when you guys reach out to us, and we're able to assist you in any way that we can. So go ahead and reach out to us if you're looking to purchase, if you're looking to sell, to upsize, downsize, relocate to Vancouver, BC, whatever the case may be, we would love to be a resource for you. But now that we have arrived on the top floor, this is going to be where your 3 bedrooms are, just like the other unit. And if we open this up, you have a full-sized linen closet here. And then right across from that, if we open this up, this will be your stacked laundry. So of course, this unit is smaller in terms of square footage compared to the other townhouse unit that we just showed you. And it's great to see. I hope you guys are enjoying this tour so far to, you know, get an idea of what a 1,535 square feet home looks like in comparison to the other one, which is closer to 1,900 square feet. Everyone's after a different product. And so far in this unit, I think we can all appreciate the floor plan that they have designed for this project. And if we open this up, show you the closet space. Pretty standard over here. And this one in the upper unit, it has 700 square feet. And in that main unit, there was 600. So that is a solid 200 square feet smaller than the last unit that we took you through. But I do think the appeal, of course, of this type of unit, if you like this space that comes with it, is the fact that it is a duplex style home. So you are only sharing one wall, as opposed to if you're in a townhouse and you're not one of the corner units, you are sharing a wall with 2 different neighbors. And this is the master bedroom, which still is a very, very good size. And this will be your walk-in closet. A little bit smaller than the other one, but not to worry. If we go right beside, you have another one. So if you and your wife, your husband, your spouse, you guys can have separate closet spaces if that's what you decide will make it easier. And of course, the ensuite will still have its double vanity and then the glass shower. So there it is. That covers the walkthrough tour of both of these units. And of course, now we're going to jump onto the screen and show you the floor plans, go through the prices, all the units that are available in this project. And of course, you guys have been waiting for it, all the incentives that are currently available, which some of them are absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and jump onto that right now. Okay guys, one last thing right before we get into the prices and some further information about this project. I just want to give you a quick walkthrough of this project in the outside so you can see what this complex looks like beyond the interior. So we're wrapping around, this is obviously, these are phase one homes that are already complete. But as we come here, right behind this fence, this is going to be their second phase, their second set of homes that will be available coming in towards the latter end of this year. So they got a bunch of units over here. Right over there, those are the trees, the 37,000 square feet of nature that we were talking about. And on the other side of that picture, if you take this, you pick it up and you put it on this other side, you have another set of homes that will be released on the other side of that in the coming year in 2026 as well. So they got a bunch of different units. So if you're watching this later on, maybe you're seeing this, 6 months, a year down the line, don't worry, because chances are they will have units still available towards their latter stages of this development. So now let's cut to the prices. There you have it, guys. That is the tour of this brand new project here in Fraser Heights in the city of Surrey. And of course, let's get into the prices, and I'm gonna put up there on the screen some floor plans for you guys to check out. But first off, the duplex style homes, which is going to be their lower price home because it is a smaller unit. That one is the second unit we took you through. That is their 3-bedroom plus flex and 4-bathroom unit with around 1,535 square feet in its interior. So those ones have a starting price of $949,000. Now we're gonna get to the incentives in just a second, but then the B units, that would be their townhome units. So that is the first home that we took you through, which again has 3-bedroom plus flex and 4-bathroom, but this one has an interior square footage of around 1,970 square feet. The starting prices on these are $1,089,000. That price will be for their inside unit, and of course their end unit will be a little bit higher in price point. But now getting onto the incentives, this project has some of the most amazing incentives that are going on right now. They are doing a 5% credit on all homes. So for the $949,000 home, you can take off 5% for that, which you will be credited, and you will do the same for the townhome units as well. And there are some other potential opportunities there to be taken advantage of. So again, if you are interested in this project or in a similar project, maybe something a little bit bigger, smaller, in a different location, go ahead and reach out to us. I'm going to have my contact information right up there again. Pause the video, reach out to us, call me, text me, email me, whatever the case may be, and we would love to be a conduit of information and to be a resource and of service for all of you. And like I mentioned many times throughout the video, this project is absolutely massive with so many new homes coming out. So even if you're watching this down the line and you're interested in some of these homes, go ahead and reach out to me. And lastly, we are in the Fraser Heights community, and we've done a tour of some of the single family homes here, which I'll link somewhere up there. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you guys again for sticking around. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.